there's been an update on the Third Temple Mount. Third Temple update. If you guys haven't known, there's been an ongoing saga. Some of our friends, or my friends, my acquaintances, I went on their podcast. Our friends over at the Faith and Fiction podcast actually helped facilitate with some of these red heifers from Texas that went over to Israel.
Hello.
And now there's an update. Now, by the way, this prophecy is that the red heifer has to be without spots. And so these red heifers seem to only exist in a specific part of Texas. So they're bringing them over, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, apparently there has been progress on it. All right.
Yeah.
Qualifies as to be the first sacrifice of a rebuilt temple.
Yes, I think. Yes.
After years of waiting, a perfect red heifer has finally been selected. A perfect heifer without a single blemish.
So they just said a red heifer,
A
perfect
perfect red heifer.
yeah, which, what do you mean by perfect? But
Without blemish.
without blemish has been selected. That's huge because these guys have just been sitting in this little kennel for quite a while.
Now, the ceremony of the red heifer is prepared by Jewish
Is that in front of the Western Wall or is that on the outside of the Temple Mount? Either way,
Good question. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
or Kohanim to burn the red heifer. The ashes from this ceremony were once used to help people become spiritually clean and prepare to enter holy spaces. Israel today witnessed the long-anticipated red heifer purification ceremony, drawing huge spectators, religious pilgrims, and international media.
Pause it. Shout out to ANR News for like giving on the ground coverage of this.
Yeah. So they actually did the purification ceremony.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Israel today witnessed the long-anticipated red heifer purification ceremony, drawing huge spectators, religious pilgrims, and international media.
דוד, הרב יואל שוורץ, ראש ישיבת בר ירושלים, אב בית דין בסנהדרין וראש בית דין לבני נוח. הרב
So it's an
ישראל
important step in the building of the Third Temple is what he's saying here.
אריאל, יושב ראש מכון המקדש.
Rabbi Azaria Ariel stated in an interview that many news outlets have reported all the red heifers as disqualified, which is not entirely accurate. A single white hair may disqualify a heifer, but we currently have 5 heifers under consideration. In 2023, 1 red heifer was disqualified. Then in 2024, 2 more were disqualified, leaving us with 2 remaining.
Okay.
Wow.
Again, these heifers were brought over from Texas. This connects to the dispensational theological view that you help usher in the return of the Messiah, which positions the Jews as being under a different dispensational period. And by the way, we're going to have Ear to Hear ministries in on Wednesday to kind of give us a breakdown of dispensationalism, because I don't hold to dispensationalism, but he does.
He does.
He does.
So he's pro what, Jew?
And he basically said, like, hey, when I describe my view based on Romans and God will save Israel, he's like, that's kind of a dispensational view. Like, you sound like you're actually leaning closer to a dispensational view. So I don't think I do. Like, I hold to like the new Israel is the church.
Yeah.
However, I think God has something unique to do with Israel. However, I don't think I'm jumping out the window trying to get red heifers to Israel so they can bring in their Messiah and build their temple.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, so I don't want to speed up the process of the Third Temple being built because I don't think that necessarily guarantees Jesus coming back. I think that might usher in a false Messiah, which was Andrew Wilson's point in his debate with Apostate Prophet. Is like all this support of Israel, but Israel's trying to rebuild the Temple Mount, and they think rebuilding the temple, not the Temple Mount, they think rebuilding the temple, the Third Temple, will usher in their Messiah, which is not Jesus. That's a false Messiah.
So, but if the false Messiah was to come, the Antichrist, that's happening regardless, right? So it's
Well,
not,
remember,
it's
there's antichrists,
not, yeah,
multiple antichrists, according to the scripture.
yeah. Is there ever, so is it, it's really just like Left Behind theology that there's like one at the very, very top. So, but what I'm saying in this scenario, let's say they usher in a false Messiah and he becomes the Antichrist. That would just mean that that was the correct view.
No, because remember, in the Left Behind series, when the Messiah is ushered in, and someone will correct me on this if I'm wrong, the Jews ushering in the Messiah was also them indirectly ushering in Jesus.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I don't remember the movie that well.
It's all
Anyway,
good. It's
I don't
just
hold
a
to
movie.
any of the Left Behind
Yeah.
rapture stuff. So my eschatology is not that. If I had to choose a team to be on, I'd probably be more on a amillennial / post-millennial angle. But I think you can slice it anyway. And I think it's fine.
I think if there's a false Messiah of an Antichrist of any sorts of the spiritual realm, it's going to happen regardless. And so there's not like a getting rid of a red heifer or stopping this from happening or making it happen faster, that's going to make it happen faster. I think it's actually just happening at the timeline that it's supposed to happen, which is what makes me go, ooh, that's crazy. It's getting spooky in here. Although the worst version of this would be it doesn't usher in anything end times related, and it's just World War III.
You're just helping the Jews. I think what we're supposed to do, regardless of our end times view, is actually occupy till I come. That's the whole point of this devotional that we did, 60-day devotional, taking you through the Old Testament and the New Testament. Here's the idea. Jesus said, occupy till I come. Do business with this until I come. The time, talent, and treasure we have, that's what we go over in this devotional. 60 days, 35 days in Old Testament, 25 days in New Testament, custom journal prompts for every single day. So I don't think it really matters what your eschatological views are, because whether you think Jesus is coming back next Thursday, or you think he might come back in 1,000 years, or you think it's going to be revival, or you think it's going to be really bad and the world's going to go to hell in a handbasket, regardless of what your views are, I actually think the instruction from Jesus in the parable of the 10 minas or in the parable of the talents is the same. Occupy this space and time until I come back.
Come on, somebody.
All right, let's jump back into this video.
Just a month ago, one of them was selected as the perfect heifer. But we've learned a valuable lesson. Even a perfect heifer can grow a white hair and become disqualified. At the same time,
I mean, okay, wait. Y'all didn't realize that? That the only difference between the red heifer with white hair and that without the white hair is age? I mean, have we not witnessed that for all of time?
That's a good point.
So the longer you put the unblemished red heifers in the thing and don't use them, the more disqualified they're going to get.
That's right.
Goodness gracious.
a previously disqualified heifer may lose that white hair, potentially making it kosher again. That's why the selection process must be handled with great care before any are chosen for sacrifice. But the hope is there, as we still have time before the sacrifice. Right now, everything has been in place. We just need government permission, and then the first cornerstone will take place.
Is that BB?
It's BB.
Wow, I got the eye for BB. Question.
So, hold on. What did she say about government? They need government permission.
Yeah, sounds like it.
In the previous video on this, we talked about everything they'd have to jump through to overthrow the status quo to get this approved.
It was a lot.
In place. We just need government permission, and then the first cornerstone will take place.
I like how they brush over that so easily. We just need like a simple yes from just a Secretary of State, someone just high up, but like,
yeah,
just give me a yes, we're good.
Which is crazy considering that the Temple Mount is Muslim-controlled property.
Mm-hmm.
Jews aren't allowed to pray on the Temple Mount. You think you're going to build a third temple there?
Yeah, you can't even pray there.
You can't even pray there right now, dog.
You can't even step foot on there, and you want to put 10,000 pounds of equipment on there. Okay, so that's pretty crazy, huh? So
I really do believe,
Yeah.
regardless on where you fall on this stuff, the instruction is to occupy till I come.
I agree.
That's why we did the 60-day devotional.
Come on.
So it's like if you are really, 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 really into these signs and times and all that sort of stuff, but it's getting in the way of your faithfulness and your stewardship of the time, talent, and treasure that's in front of you, I think you're out of pocket.
Yes.
I think you're out of pocket. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you liked it, then hit the like button. If you liked it a lot and have a thought to share, leave a comment. If you are listening to this on the podcast app, make sure to leave a review, and you could even leave a comment over there. And if you want to watch another video that is recommended just for you, hit this video over here. Let me know if they nailed it. Also, you can partner with us monthly, which helps us out a lot in our monthly community, get access to early drops and all that kind of good stuff over here. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.